Hello, 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 ladies. Welcome back to another episode of the Create and Grow Your Dream Business podcast, where, as always, I am super excited to help you grow your confidence personally and professionally. So, today's episode, like I always tell you guys, is going to be so amazing because I have yet another special guest. Now, before I jump right in, I want to tell y'all, I'm starting to realize I'm getting a lot of special guests. And this is proof to you, ladies, even the more that you have to step into your confidence because you will never know who's watching you on the back end and who will be super excited to connect with you. So let's get back to the topic at hand. I have here the beautiful, because look at her, she's just so beautiful. Sairan. Her and I connected recently, and we see that we have so much in common. So today's podcast episode is about to be super powerful. Thank you, Sairan, for coming onto the podcast.
Thank you, Breye'l. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me in your platform.
Yes. So let the ladies and gentlemen, because we do have gentlemen that listen as well, let them know more about you before we dive in.
Briefly, I can call myself just a professional engineer and business coach because some people, when they look at my LinkedIn, they get a little bit confused seeing the tech background for me, and at the same time they see leadership, building teams. And that's when I explain, yes, my day job is a professional engineer, but I have a side, I'm not going to call it side hustle, it's a side heaven for me, because my business is the heaven, it's never the hustle. That's what I find my emotion and my talent and all the hidden gem that I have on me and deliver it to my client. So my side business, basically, it's a business coach for midlife women. I guide them towards finding their hidden gem and their talented, and how to be able to monetize it, not necessarily by asking them to quit their 9 to 5 job, because that's something it's not me for to ask them to do. We all have bills, we have kids, we take care of parents, in-laws. So keep your job, find your side heaven, side business, and just act like a businessman and woman, be an entrepreneur, enjoy the journey. And that's also make you stop whining about your day job, because you have something else to be happy about it. So that's basically what I do for a living.
Yes, that's so perfect. And so today's episode, we are going to talk about how no effort is wasted. So I want to actually jump right onto what you said just then when you said like your business is your side heaven. And a lot of people have the mindset, especially our women, they have the mindset that their day job is hell, right? And so how do you help our listeners understand that? Even though they cannot quit their 9 to 5 jobs at that moment, and even though they have this hope and this passion and this desire to operate in their purpose and start that business, how do you help them understand that the time that they're putting in at the job can help them over in the business the same way? The struggles that they may have inside of the business mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, spiritually, that is not going to be effort wasted as well to start that business.
True. It's not wasted, because look at it. I'm a tech person. My day job, I've been doing engineering for 35 years. What is the correlation and relationship between solving math equation or designing bridges and doing a business coach? There is none. I make the bridge. I make the two effort not to be wasted, because being an engineer, being in a tech world, solving equation, make my mind wire programmatically. So when I come and speak with my client, I take their goals and their struggle, same way that the math equation, same way that I solve the equation and I got to get to the right result. When I get difficult client and they tell me their life is mess, they don't have clarity, they are not focusing anything, I take their issue or their struggles as a math equation. So that's going back to no effort wasted. I cannot come to you and I said, oh, I was in the wrong profession. I don't know why I did 30 years engineering. Guess what? That's make me stand out.
Yeah.
Because when people call me from ICF and I ask them the question, why you chose me among all the directory of ACC, why me? the answer is always the same. They said, you are not only a coach, you are a tech professional engineer. So we knew your approach will be different in guiding us and coaching us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I thought that was a waste. I thought that, maybe I did the wrong college, maybe I did the wrong profession. And turn out to be no. It's actually work of benefit for me, work as a plus. Because when I do the technology job, that's prepare me to be a better coach because my approach and strategy is way different than any other coaches. With all respect to all of them, all they are doing is coaching.
Yeah.
I'm doing both. So kind of like there is a arranged marriage between my IQ and my EQ. So not only I have to be smart in numbers, I have to be smart and emotional intelligent because my client expect result. This is why I said nothing wasted, no
Yeah.
college wasted. Don't come to me and say, oh, I did nursing and I think now nursing is not my thing. Okay, you did learn stuff in nursing school, don't you?
Yeah.
Nothing was cancel and X. You are starting from experience. You are not starting from scratch. That scratch is not exist. You did the thing that didn't work out for you, nursing, engineering, law, whatever it is. When you restart again, you restart from experience. So you can cancel that. Yeah.
Ooh, you gave it to him, and I knew you would. Yes. I want to piggyback off of coming from the concept of taking a different approach. I think that more of our ladies have to understand that in a culture where it seems like a lot of people are looking the same, dressing the same, hair the same, eyelashes the same, nails the same, oftentimes that can put us inside of a space of comparison and trying to create that business just like how we see other people do it. But sometimes the true mindset shift is knowing that it's being unique that really makes you stand out and recognize even more that none of your effort is wasted. People don't understand. It took a while for me to even recognize within myself of I'll be better off bald headed, right? In a culture where the girls got the weaves, where you can't leave out the house without thinking, is my hair done? Is this done? Is that done? I recognize I no longer wanted to fight that battle, right? So I had to take a different approach in life and recognize that in all the times that I did look like the other people, that was not wasted. It was just a lesson for me to
Yes.
learn that the more I try to do what other people do, the more I will blend in. But if you want people to see you as somebody that they want to connect with, that is genuine, that's authentic, that has true purpose, that comes from you being okay with taking a different approach. Now, in
Yeah.
business, is there a benefit from strategy, right? Is there a benefit in blueprint? And like you said, you engineer to build bridges. I bet there are some standard mathematical equations that don't change. Same thing for business, right? But
Yes.
the unique approach, you recognize that nothing is wasted because your experience is your own within yourself. I realized in business, you realize nobody can ever say, this is how you become successful because everybody has a different A plus B equals C. But you
Yes.
only make a difference, and businesses only stand out from being unique and taking a different approach.
Totally, totally. There is no size fit all, and the uniqueness you talked about, that's what make you stand out. If I give you a simple example, when you go to the mall and there will be two places, offering pizza, and you tend to be always going to the same place you had the pizza with your husband and kids, and they doing it's the same pizza, same sauce, same everything, but one of them stand out. I don't know if it's the environment, is the sitting place, is the sauce they are using, or is the customer service that make them stand out. And people ask, oh, it's the same pizza, same prices, it's 12.99. Why I'm choosing the first one, not the second one? Because the first one has some uniqueness somewhere. Either it's the customer service, it's the thing they provide to you. Same thing with business,
Yeah.
podcast. You approach approach people with different podcasts, media, shown in TV, being featured in magazines or newspaper. You chose which platform to be appear, because not everything look the same. You look for the one that stand out and the one that bring your uniqueness. Each one of us is different. You can't just go to someone and say, oh, they both are smart engineer, they are both smart life coach. But why you chose the first one? You ask that question, then you find out they have something that they use and utilize, which was not wasted,
Yeah.
going back to studying something and applying to something else.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is why I choose that person.
Yeah.
I see some client, they end up being coach, and they were like IT tech lawyers. They become a speaker and coaches. And when you ask them, what's happened, they said, we don't know. By when we turn 50, we realize there is something inside us is still not fulfilled, something that when we come back from work, we make the money, we have client, but there is something missing. We don't know what it is. You know what is that things? It's your hidden gem.
Yeah.
And when they do the coaching or the speaking, they will never come back to you. The lawyer will not tell you, oh, that was wasted. No, it was not. He was a lawyer. He know how to speak. So now he's a speaker and a coach. So whatever he did in his law or board or what his practice, it's worked fine in his second job. So it's true. Nothing is being wasted.
Nothing is being wasted. And what we recognize even the more is that when you create your own platform, when you stand out in your uniqueness, hey baby, when you stand out in your uniqueness, when you put yourself inside of a space where you recognize that the people who are meant for you will only keep themselves inside of a space. One second, you guys. All right, so we're back, brief intermission, but I want to lead us into can you give the ladies, right? So let's say we have listeners, because I realize our age range is like between 25 to about 55, 60, right? So if you could give a message to the younger generation of women to really help them understand that no effort is wasted, because here I am, 31, and I go through times of feeling like, oh my goodness, I want my career to be here and I want to be here and I want to make this amount of money and I want to live this particular lifestyle and I want to do it by this particular age, right? What message can you give to the younger generation of women to recognize that you need those small steps? You need that everyday learning to really value the effort that's not wasted.
My message will be simple for all those young generation. My daughter's 20, so no way she got it all overnight.
Right.
My message is to go through the process. You got to go through the process. There is nothing overnight. Regardless how smart you are in tech, in life, you can read the whole all the books around you, all the books on the wall. You can listen to a motivational speaker, you can have mentor. Unless you go through the process, you will never learn the lessons for the
Yeah.
next steps. So I can have mentors, coaches, I can have parent advising me, paying my classes and my college, no financial problem. But if I sit in a box, I am young. You talked about the 25, even hitting 35. If I'm sitting inside a box in the house, everything is good, bills paid, I finished college, life is good, nobody bothering me, I'm not going anywhere because I'm not learning anything. I'm not testing the water. I'm not going out. So you got to go through the process. That's my biggest message to all young generation, including my daughter. Because when she wanted to go to college, she asked me, say, Mommy, I don't know if I'm doing the right things. I wanted to be a dentist, but now I feel like my mind is shifted. And I always remember that I forgot the entrepreneur name when he said his same situation with his son. When his son came to me, he said, Dad, you are a successful businessman, you're an entrepreneur, you make $1 million. I think I want to go to study cybersecurity. But Dad, can you give me an advice? Is cybersecurity, is that what I really want or I want to do? I remember his answer and I used it exactly. I copy paste what he said to my daughter and my son. He said, Son, I don't know. I'm not psychic. I don't know cybersecurity is going to be the best things for you, but maybe that thing will take you to the right thing. So you see, there is stages. It's like station. Like you go to the bus stop. That's not the right one. You got to see what is your destination to go to the next one. It's a process. Your son, when he born, he's not going to walk right away. It's a process. He's a baby, toddler, going to kindergarten, going middle school, then teenage, and so forth. So it's a process. You can't expect him to speak and understand and have the mindful when he was 5 or 6. Same thing with young women. When you finish engineering school, and that's exactly what I tell my younger engineer when I coach them in mentorship. I said, you finish the 4 years engineering. There is no red carpet laying down for you. People will not calling and said, hey, Mrs. Engineer, life is rosy. Come on in. You have a job. No, it's a process. You gotta go through it. You got to learn the lessons, and this is how you know it's not wasted. When you finally hit the fulfillment and the alignment, you said, oh, that was a process.
Yeah.
Nothing was wasted, none of my effort wasted. When I started my first job as an engineer, making little money, just doing survey, I was not a design, I was not designing bridges or anything. That was not wasted, because I learned how to be an operation, how to deal with worker. I was on boots doing construction. Now with that experience, I can take it back to the corporate office and know how to deal with contractor. So even doing the little thing in your job is not wasted. It's building you and preparing you for something bigger and bigger and bigger.
Oh my goodness, all of that was so great. I really was tuning in. And the part that I want to piggyback off of is again the emphasis on when you work, because I want to give a short story. When I started working in the professional world, I was so unique in who I was, right? I have a very like bold personality, and I just am, as we see, just joyful, happy, I'm bubbly, like I'm brilliant and bright. So it wasn't until I started working in the corporate space where I recognized that who I was not for everybody, right? And that was an adjustment on its own for me to recognize. Yeah, that was an adjustment on its own for me to recognize that even though I was not for everybody, for the people who I was for, I have to strive to be better for, right? So what I've come to realize is that even when I was working inside of that corporate space, that I needed to change who I was professionally, but that started personally, right? It started
Yes.
from within. It started as me seeing myself of, like you said, even though you've done tech, even though you're a mom, even though you're a wife, even though you have all of these other roles, when you're striving to develop yourself and be inside of a space where you want to change and you want to grow and you don't want your efforts to be wasted, it's not a waste when you go to work and you try to connect with a mentor. It's not a waste when you go for personal development. It's not a waste when you read books, when you step out of your comfort zone and connect with other people who you see are doing what it is that you want to be done. Because oftentimes we're stuck in the past, we're stuck with old friends, we're stuck in old relationships, we're stuck with, like you said, being Miss Tech who has gotten a degree and now we feel some sense of like entitlement. But when you're operating in purpose, you can't have that type of energy. You have to have an openness to want to connect more because when you connect with other people, they can show you your gifts. They can help you see, like you said, when your clients work with you, they can help you see those hidden gems. And people like you help women really tap in and recognize that life isn't over because you've invested 20 years somewhere else. You got to take that 20 years and put that to this new thing.
Yes, yes, totally. And you said it right when you said when you go to the corporate office or to any other job, if it's private, big corporate, federal, whatever it is, you take your uniqueness with you, and also you remember I might follow certain rules and ethic and HR regulation, but I'm not losing me. There
Yeah.
is a soul inside you. You are not losing that soul. The beauty of the soul you have, who you are, the quality of the humanity you have, which kind of mom you are, which kind of sister you are, which kind of wife you are, those also evolve and develop you as a professional at work. You
Yes.
believe it or not, it show up. People said, no, oh, guess what, I just parked my car, I'm a different person in the office. That's not right.
Nope.
That's not right.
Nope.
Shine positive energy attract positive energy.
Yep.
Misery, look for misery. If I am miserable at home, making my family miserable, I'm going to go to work and look for more misery.
Mm,
You can't give away something you don't have.
yeah.
So if you work it all as one soul, one unit, you can, just like you said, is the connection. People see that energy on you.
Yeah.
So even that energy, if you give it to the wrong person, personally or professionally, it's still not wasted. For example, if you have a friend since college and she's been your best friend since then, you got pregnant together, you had similar birthday, whatever, she's your best friend. And
Yeah.
after 10 years, you find out that that friend, it was just a source of toxic. She
Mm,
just gave you toxic energy. You end up saying, you know what, I am wise, I'm 34, I'm 35, I know her since college, but I'm a mom now. I
yeah.
need to have that positive energy, I don't need her. So
Right.
when you cut it from you cut that relationship, it's hard in the beginning,
Yep.
but when you come back and start another relationship, you come with a wisdom for not looking for the same toxic people that you had before. So
Yeah.
again, it's not from scratch, it's from experience.
Yeah.
So that's your experience 10 years with that girl. It was not wasted because
Yeah.
now you are wiser. You know her from college. You were 22, 23. Now you are 35. You better not to repeat the same mistake. You are wiser. This is adult life,
Yeah.
right? You
Yeah.
can't just excuse, oh well, I have to stick with her. She's my friend since 10 years. That doesn't mean anything.
Nope.
Sometimes you have to cut it off most of the time for the sake of your insanity and your health being and mindset. Because if you are not in good shape, thinking and practicing your best with others, none of those relationships will serve you. You have to cut it and start right again.
Mm.
It's not wasted. You got to start the right one.
Yes. Oh my goodness. That was so good. That was so, so, so good. And the part that I really want to wrap us up on is, and I just talked about this in a previous podcast episode, and I talk about this a lot because of my RAD methodology: release, align, accomplish, and dream, right? What you talked about is the beginning stages. So, you ladies, if you're listening in and you recognize that what we're talking about is very important for you with where you are right now, if you know that releasing is something that you need to do, whether you're listening to this on LinkedIn, YouTube, wherever, these podcasts pop up everywhere. Let us know in the comment section. Is releasing the phase that you're in life, because it's hard. Like you said, it's very hard because sometimes we familiarize ourselves and we take on this persona that was never ours from the beginning. Sometimes our parents tell us who they want us to be. And then, like you said, you turn 35 and you recognize, hold up, I got somebody else who I want to be. And when we're talking about businesses, right? And when we talk businesses, we're talking businesses that are purpose driven businesses. You have to be in alignment with your purpose, with your why. But if you're still holding on to the past and you haven't taken the time to release the people, places, and things that are trying to keep you stuck, it's going to make you stagnant. So you're not going to be able to see the value of the time and energy that you put in. You're going to feel like it all was a waste. We don't want you to feel like a waste. That's the reason why we took the time to record this podcast episode, to empower you to know your skills, your talents, your gifts, right? Your energy. They're not a waste when you're working on yourself and when you're being positive, because the people who are waiting for you in your future, they're waiting for you to come with the positive energy. They're waiting for you to come with those experiences and with your own unique story. Because if you could just be like everybody, they would pick somebody else, but they need you to be you.
True. True. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
was great.
I will add one thing when you said all for all the strong and leadership ladies, young ladies, midlife ladies who's listening to your podcast. When you keep saying the same story, oh, I was in the wrong relationship, I had the wrong boss, I have the wrong job, I had the wrong college. So basically, all you're doing, you are doing the waste here. You're just complaining and whining. You are
Yeah,
not going anywhere. We
yeah,
need to stop that wasting time and energy. We want you to tap in on the next chapter. By you complaining and whining, nothing will change. Your previous experience was an old movie you've seen. Why you want to see the movie again? Why are you repeating the same story on and on and on? Does that serve you? The answer is no. So stop whining, stop complaining, tapping on the next. Nothing's being wasted. I assure you. You come to my coaching, 20 minutes. I can talk to you with any experience you have. By the end of that 20 minutes, 30 minutes, I will assure you everything you thought is being wasted in your life, it was a lesson and a
Hmm.
great lesson. Nothing being wasted. That's
Nothing
for sure.
being wasted. Woo, woo. This was a great power confidence talk. Please let the ladies know where they can find you.
I guess I'll be anywhere around you because you have such a positive energy. So wherever you are, I'll be right around you, right? Your energy's going everywhere. So it's the same platform I have. It's my LinkedIn, my name and last name, Sairan Aqrawi. And I have another social media, which is Instagram. I'm still not very big there yet because I am busy doing other things more impactful than collecting followers and likes. But my Instagram is also public, it's Sairan Aqrawi. And if you want to just book a 20 minutes complimentary session, if you think that you wasted anything in your life, I have an answer for you. Call me and I will show you that's wasted time that you think you had in your life. It was a big lesson taking you to a better and a stronger life.
Exactly. All right, ladies, the offer is there. She's already said on behalf, right? Off of the strength of me. She is willing to spare because she already let us know she don't waste no time. No, there's no time being wasted in relationships. There's no time being wasted with people who do not want better for themselves. So if you're sitting there and you recognize that you're ready to stop the negative talk and to start to connect yourself with women who are doing what it is that you want to do, feeling how you want to feel, being and becoming how it is that you would love to be and become, then you have the perfect opportunity right here to get on a call with say Run, and you can also let her know what it is that you're struggling with. She can help you see and help you move forward in your future. So until next time, ladies, we hope that you really see and understand that there's no time, no energy, no effort wasted in anything that you're doing. If you love this podcast, please feel free to like, share, subscribe, send it to a friend who you know needs to know that nothing was wasted. Say, Ron, thank you so much.
Thank you, Breye'l. Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate that.
Yes, it's been a pleasure. We'll see you later. Until next time.
Thank you. Bye.